refrigerator.
Papa John's is closed.
And you ate a whole wheel of cheese? How'd you do that? It's actually, I'm not even mad. It's amazing.
Please call us at your earliest convenience. Now, show me what you can do.
It is the Halo
very
Infinite.
important.
We're doing it live. It is
We
the
are.
Halo Infinite podcast, episode 37. I'm Josh, one of the hosts here. Johnny, what's up, baby?
I'm doing good. I hear an echo. And
I hear an echo,
also, it's probably been a month since people have heard from us because somebody forgot to put the last episode up.
Mule, how's it going?
I was looking for our last episode and I couldn't find it.
Crawler, how are you?
I'm doing all right. If you like looking at us, I guess you could have seen the episode. But if you like listening to us only, then you're going to get
Listen,
lot.
you guys,
A lot
you're gonna
this
mess
week.
it all up because they're getting it. They're gonna be like, I don't understand. I listened to this.
We're
I
going to weed out the
listened to
true
this.
fans. Is what we're. Come talk to us in the Discord about how Josh let you down by.
A lot of people are coming back. Do you see people are coming back? What is that?
Hey, welcome
Coming
back.
back to Fortnite? What?
Welcome.
Apex?
There's lightsabers there. You can go play.
Welcome
We're
back.
playing the game that has the
Miss
character
you.
from Fortnite, so
It's true.
There is the guy from Fortnite. Yeah.
This is very true. This is
I'm
very
not
true.
eating pizza. Don't worry.
Nothing better
at least
than.
mute the mic. Please.
Could you please put it
It's so
closer to your
good.
mouth when you chew?
It's so
Please.
good. Mm.
Please. Well, hey, yeah, we mentioned Discord. There's a link in the bio, so click that, come hang out, and then leave 2 minutes later, and you will fit in with the
Then come
rest
back.
of us. And then come back at the beginning of next season when everything's great again. We are professionals, yes, yeah.
This is going well.
It's going fantastic. You know what? We're here. We're gonna have a good time. We're gonna talk about Halo. We're gonna start with Mule because he's played more than any of us. So, Mule, how are you loving new season of Halo?
I love season 1. It's great.
You're still doing
It's-
the old battle
it's-
pass.
It's still like season 2. It's the same. I mean, it's okay. I mean, it's got some cool stuff to grind for, like with
I
skins.
did
and
the
stuff.
weekly challenge last week.
I think
Yeah.
Last Man Standing is pretty fun.
If you like third parties.
Okay,
Yeah, it's third party central.
let's do this because maybe you never know. Maybe somebody actually listens to this.
Maybe somebody actually likes this game.
No,
like the
I wasn't
game.
going to say that. I like the
Wow.
game a lot, but maybe like let's do this show as if we were giving this feedback directly to 343. Like what
Okay.
would
Gotcha.
we want to what if this got in their ears? What would we want to say to them to help them
Ooh,
make the
ooh,
game better?
ooh,
not
pick me.
not tear it apart, but like to literally give like the best constructive criticism we can give. And Crawler wants to go first. He's got his hand raised and everything. He's excited.
Step 1. Last Spartan standing and other quick play, like rather other regular weekly challenges, separate them because they
I
are
agree.
too jumbled in with each other, and it's too much of a sifting battle that you have to do to proc enough LSS challenges to make it worthwhile. Like and there's been some crazy ones that I had last week. There was like the headshot one isn't bad. The melee one was a little excessive. I think I had one that was like 25 melees. 10 backsmacks is a lot to ask in LSS. Like that's a lot of cloaking and trying to.
You just hide in the
Go.
corner, and they
That's
run
how
by
I
you.
lose most of my lives is getting hit in the back.
But they're all. It's a lot, And it's, if they want to do a lot like that, separate it out, have it be its own thing, and or have it be, I don't know. The challenge thing is a sticking point for a lot of this, because it's like, give us more, but let us work on all of it. I wouldn't care about the 25 backsmacks if I knew I didn't have another 10 or 15 coming down the pipe later that I had to worry about. I'm trying to stack them the best I can, but you have to weed through the other challenges one by one. And then, like, earlier this week, I was trying to, like, my first two, one was a sniper kill, one was a one bulldog kill in quick play. So, like, that was easy enough to do. But my first 3 games had skewers and heat waves in place of shotguns and sniper rifles. So it was a complete waste of my match. I didn't even want to play it. Like, it would be more beneficial for my time if I just quit the game. But that's not, I'm a team player and I wanted to play, so I played with my teammates. But like, it's not fun, because all you're getting is the 300 to 50 XP that you possibly get at the end of the match. That's it.
Yeah.
Go,
I
Mule.
think I really do think what would help, because everyone loves the gameplay. I don't think there's anybody that said that like Halo Infinite feels like crap. I think what would help, and at least in my mind, it would be one of the easier things to do, since the assets are already there and generated by 343, is to every month add 1 or 2 of the classic maps in the rotation. Like, I think that alone is enough to bring people back, because it's content. Like, content's king when you do like games like this, right? Like Apex or Fortnite, live service games. You need content, and they already have a ton of content they can draw from. So maybe it's because their engine with it is with Infinite or whatever, but they really shouldn't be gatekeeping their own content at this point. Like, they need to be pushing content. So for me, I mean, at this point, it's not even the challenges and stuff like that. I just need content to play, like new maps, new game modes that I can play. That, like, Last Spartan Standing is really cool, and I like it, but it does tend to get a lot of people that will camp in corners or camp spawn points, and that's really how you win. You just hold one edge of the map and you camp that side of the map and let people spawn in and take them by surprise. That's how you win. If you want to offset that, in my opinion, just make it like SWAT. Just make Last Spartan Standing like SWAT. Like SWAT, Last Spartan Standing would be really freaking cool, because you can't just beat people by surprise. You got to actually hit your shots. So I don't know. That's kind of my thoughts.
Let's dive into that a little bit more, because my thoughts, if people are camping and hanging out, why not? Like, I know the storm moves in and that forces movement, but why not some kind of, like, what if we could only regain shields while moving? Or
Lasso type rules? That would be
like,
cool.
Yeah, like, you can't, if you sit still, your shield starts to drain.
Or just have like maybe hotspots pop up on the map where you have to move. Like
Something like that. I just wonder if that would help. If that
Or
would help.
you just get highlighted. You just get highlighted through the wall. Like, wall hacks get turned on for everybody else.
Or like
if you stay
Apex,
still
they
for
have
too long.
prowlers, right? They have prowlers in some spots. What if you had, maybe you brought back some other characters, maybe Flood? Like, that would be cool if Flood like comes out if you sit in one spot too long, and it just kind of attacks you, so you can hear the shots and people can't just like sit.
Or
Like,
or
that
they
would
build
be
them
really cool.
Build a map with a levolution, kind of like Battlefield, where the map changes and it forces you to move.
Or,
The other thing I wonder too. Oh, go ahead, Johnny.
So the way they're trying to make people not camp is the XP system. So like you get better weapons when you get kills and assists and stuff, and run around and get the XP. But like you could,
The pistol though is the best weapon, and you start with it.
I've been keeping the pistol for like 4 or 5 kills, and then I level up.
But I mean, it's funny because we were talking about Apex before we went live, and how people ratted out in there too. I think it's just the nature of the beast. I think you either take away starting weapons, like maybe they have weapons around the map, so you could make people go to hotspots and go get weapons.
So were you guys under the impression when LSS was announced that it was going to be on all the big team battle maps and not just the new one? I was under that impression, and then it's only on this new map. So like I would like to see.
Is it just for the event, maybe?
I don't know. I thought it was going to be all big team battle maps were fair game for that mode, and it hasn't been. It's only been the new one.
Yeah. I mean,
So
I don't know. I think
that gets stale a little bit.
I really do think the idea of the flood just coming out to attack you if you sit in one spot too long would make Halo fans super hyped. Because, like, we need a big bad enemy besides the Banished, right? And I feel like the flood is the enemy.
Why isn't the storm the flood? Like, make this like that would probably be a lot of assets to have creepy crawlies come and get you, but
even kind of piggyback on what Mule's saying, like I wonder if even like a guilty spark showed up and just like even if the kind of thing that just highlights where you are because like you're not moving, or maybe you have to be moving to have like to raise your ammo back up, or I don't know. I feel like there's some things.
Or Prometheans, like even Prometheans could come
oh,
in.
let's
you know, like I
This is starting to sound more like the Warzone mode from
what they had, King Kong or something like that.
No, not Call of Duty Warzone. I mean the Warzone from Halo.
Oh yeah,
okay.
Halo 5, yeah.
Start adding PvE in there.
Yeah. You know, I
think the flood, man. That's the answer. Just give us the flood. Like, if someone's sitting in a rat spot in the corner of the map, and like, because here's what happens, at least when I'm playing, right? Is usually I'll get like 7 kills in a match or more. But when you start getting people winning down to like, flex, baby. When I start getting down to the end, and you notice like when there's not a lot of people that have lives left, everyone just camps to the end to try to win, right? Because you don't want to die, because then you're out of lives and you're done. So it's like the fighting starts to really slow down, and the circle moves in too slow. So either like speed up the circle or have the flood or something come in. So I think it's like the best things.
So I'm for the circle moving faster. How many games have you guys won, and how many have you spectated to the end?
I win all my matches.
You win all your matches, Johnny? Okay.
I don't know, maybe 5 or 6. I don't know.
I've won 2 so far, but I've spectated to the end mainly because I'm too lazy to have to reset my game to have the challenges proc. But that's another thing that we can talk about here in a little bit. But the circle, when it closes, I've watched matches where somebody, the kill leader going into the showdown, the just 2 people left, I forget what it's called, has had 2 lives, I think, up on the person that they were fighting. And it pretty much comes down to who can win that very first matchup when the circle is small. Because I think I saw it getting discussed on Twitter earlier yesterday or today. I'm not sure when I saw it, but I think there is some kind of buff that you do receive outside when you spawn outside the map or outside the circle, but you're at such a disadvantage coming into the circle, and so it's whoever can win that first encounter of the 2. It kind of sets the winner up from the get-go there, because at that point you're with commando and shotgun or BR and shotgun. And so somebody coming out of the storm is already shield deplenished, and you can pretty much just 2-tap them with a shotgun, and they have to 3-tap you. Yeah. So I mean, it kind of just puts you at a complete disadvantage unless you can get a drop and get a perfect or something like that from outside the ring and then take control of ring. But it's a really disadvantageous situation to be in. And I think they're looking at that. I think they probably have stats at 343 about how those encounters are going, and they're probably going to try to come up with some kind of solution for it.
in a
because
year
they
and a
don't
half.
they don't spawn you in the circle. Spawning you in the circle would be stupid as well. But I don't know.
It seems to me if the circle just moved much faster, it would just force everybody to one place.
Yeah.
And it does tend to be in that middle drill area. I've seen it be inside where one person had the advantage up above because there's those 2-tiered walkways that you can jump over the one. And I mean, somebody could have repositioned. I think that maybe is what we're going to see at higher level play, is like take the hit of going inside the storm and circle back around on the ramp and try to come up behind somebody. But the footsteps are so loud in that game, it's sometimes hard to do that as well.
I won a couple of matches with the repulsor, man. It's perfect for the last part of the circle because people that jump up try to get you with the shotgun, you just boop, and then they get hit by that circle so bad that you can just annihilate them when they try to get back in. But yeah, I think the core game itself, like the actual mode, could have a ton of potential. I think the thing that at least I've been seeing on Twitter and other places is it feels like it's a third party. Like everyone just waits till someone starts shooting and then you just finish them off,
And you almost, I almost want to see different things than active camo and overshield come down in the drop pods. I don't know. I mean, power weapons is not the answer, but I mean, if some of the other, if like grapple hook or some of the other tools, because there's only kind of, is it just the one spot down below that an equipment item spawns?
I had a thruster one game, but I don't know how I got it.
I know it
don't remember how I
rotates
got it
because the grenades can be random at any grenade spot. They cycle through. But I think there's only one equipment spot, and it's the one down below by where the lift is, where you're running up the side catwalk. But if they added more equipment or something, because if you could get a grapple hook or something to get away from people or to close the distance, and it would just mix up kind of the engagements, because the engagements are stale. It's usually a pistol fight for the first 2 or 3 kills, and then some people make the choice to move to the mangler, or is it called a mangler? I forget what it's called. Is it called a mangler?
It's mangler.
Okay. Which is a 3-tap, and
Yeah,
that changed.
They changed that.
So it's not a one shot, one melee anymore. They nerfed the. I think they nerfed the melee damage. I don't think they nerfed the shot, but the melee damage.
I think the BR has more melee power or something.
Interesting.
Honestly, I think we just need to accept this game's not going to be what we want it to be until about a year from now, because that's kind of the track record with Master Chief Collection. Because once 343 got everything in order, it was great, and I think that's kind of what we're seeing here is like, I mean, you just Google Halo Infinite Lone Wolves problems, and the first thing they have is articles saying, "Oh, we messed up again," and it's like, it seems like it's the same pattern as what we have with Master Chief Collection, and eventually they will get it right, because the one thing you can definitely credit 343 with is they don't stop. They don't give up.
They got that Microsoft money behind them.
Yeah, they keep working at it, and they keep.
A lot of people buy Clippy. So they're fine.
Yeah,
they're fine.
Yeah. So
that's what I want. 343. If you're listening, more meme stuff. All right, give me cat ears. Give me Clippy.
I think adding stupid things like emotes and better armor upgrades and things would really help the game. Those are things that, I mean, I know like Epic works their workers like crazy for Fortnite and things like that, but I really do think that's kind of been the name of the game now for live service games. It's all about the cosmetic dress up and content. You need content.
Well,
who would do that? Who would only want to play for cosmetics?
I know a guy that likes cat ears.
My Spartan.
And how many skins do you have in Fortnite, Johnny?
Oof.
All of them.
Oof. I got a lot. I think I'm close to 200. I think I'm close to 200.
But when it comes to like the cross core stuff, like they talked about cross core, but then I went to go play dress up with the new armor core, and there's like at the beginning of the after you unlock it, you have no armor coatings that you can put on
I
it.
think that's
They-
coming later, isn't it?
I think they
Cross-core?
said they're wanting to work on it. I don't know when the timetable is for it to be.
They're like,
set,
oh
but,
man, we
like-
wanted to make this a monetary thing, but people didn't like it, so now we gotta 180 and do
I mean,
something
I
else.
think the answer is just having better armor cores. Like, make better armor cores that people will buy. Like, remember when the first season came out and we saw all the like competitive skins, and we were like, dude, these look sweet. Like, and everyone was buying them and rocking them. Like that, people will buy stuff like that. They just got to make it for us.
Give me Doom Guy.
Josh, he's like, I will.
As I say, Josh's wallet is still hurting
No.
from Warzone.
You guys,
Rec Pack.
this is I'm gonna derail us for just a second here, but we have a private chat going, and I just replied without typing, and I was like, because Crawler and I have the same name in our private chat right now, because
Oh,
Oh, sorry. I'll change it.
How did I just reply without typing? Freaking me out. But no, I mean, these are it's all the conversation, and it's gonna be time. It's gonna be time before the stuff is fixed. And I mean, I do like Mule just pulled up a GameStop article right here, or a GameSpot article, I'm sorry. And it starts off with, hey, this is from Joseph Staten. This week has been bumpy. Hey, Spartans, this week has been bumpy. It definitely wasn't our goal. We intend taking, your feedback to heart, especially regarding map jumps, speed running, the reviewing options, like.
And then
Yeah.
further down in that article as well is something I had seen earlier this week. If you didn't play enough of season 1, you didn't complete the battle pass, and you had purchased the battle pass in season 1, and you didn't purchase it in season 2 yet, and you went to go play on your season 1 battle pass, you only get 3 challenges at a time, because apparently I didn't know that was a battle pass perk to have 4 challenges.
you get an extra challenge. Yeah.
So, talk about the challenge system being bad already. It's really bad if you aren't playing with.
So
the
now I
battle
understand
pass.
why the seasons are 6 months long, because like I'm trying to force myself to want
So
to
they can
play.
fix stuff.
Forge is coming.
In that same article too, it talks about the jamming that is happening in the most noticeably
Dude,
the BR.
I
Not an
legit
intended
didn't know
feature.
that was an issue. I didn't know that was an issue. I thought it might have been my elite, like maybe I just wore out the paddles in the back, because I was like, why is my gun jamming? And I was like, is it my controller? And then, of course, like I saw randomly on Twitter that someone said that their BRs are jamming, and I was like, okay, that at least makes me feel better. My elite's not broke, But like that, man, that's got to be rough, especially for competitive, man. So yeah.
Yeah, it's like tripping in Smash Bros. Brawl. Like, it's like, oh, we're making this a little more realistic, Like, yeah. It's
So one thing in quick play though is they added in a BR start in quick play. I'm kind of surprised they didn't add it into Big Team Battle yet, because we played Big Team Battle last week and the season was out, right? The season was already out when we played last week, right?
Yeah, I think so. Yep.
So, and we didn't have BR start there, so hopefully that's something they're just integrating that more into different things. But I played a whole series last week when I was doing quick play stuff, and it was BR start.
That would be amazing. I think that would help a lot too.
Big Team Battle would be a lot more fun with BR start.
Mm-hmm. It's the whole reason I don't play it.
Running around stealing the
Hey,
one BR
hey.
on the map.
You guys pretend like you don't like it when I do that, but I know when I hear crawlers screaming at me that everybody's having a good time,
Yeah, for sure.
So, yeah, I mean, I want to keep. There's been more news, right? As far as like the potential. I don't know if you guys saw this, but This article's from trueachievements.com, and it says Halo Infinite dev hints at the return of classic Halo maps. And I know, Mule, you talked about that at the beginning of the this.
I'd put that in the Discord chat earlier this week. I think it was
There's
from
also
Xcast interview with
there's
Joseph
also
Staten.
something about dates. Like one of the dates was
Oh, I saw that earlier.
the date
yeah.
of the E3 or the I don't know what it's called now, the Microsoft presentation. So we might see something new. Then I don't know if it's going to be.
Oh, there's
VR.
no doubt that at that event they're gonna say out now, right?
I mean, they have
something.
They have
nothing.
to.
They
get
Xbox
the
has
Halo
nothing
TV
now.
show. They got the Halo TV show. They're going to do something with that.
Oh,
Here,
I
you
think
can be
I saw some. There's some
Master Chief without a
event.
helmet.
There's some event that you could get the
You can the charm,
the
of
emblems
the,
and charms and stuff
yeah.
based on the show.
My favorite is the armor core that's just no armor, so that you can make it more like the show.
Naked Chief?
and just run around.
They have one where it shows.
Do you know how many people would buy that?
I had
I need
part
a
of the
butt
sh-
cheeks
I had
cheap.
part of this week's episode ruined on that. I
Master
saw
Cheeks,
something.
right?
I haven't seen it yet.
I haven't
Yeah, I
seen it
haven't
yet either,
watched
but I
the
did.
past
I did
2
see a
weeks, 3
mini
weeks.
spoiler on the internet.
It's Master Cheeks. That's what we're going to call him.
Yeah, I just hope he doesn't get Cortana pregnant. That's all I'm thinking. You know,
Whoa!
like
That wouldn't even be. How would that even be possible?
She's already impregnated him. She's inside him. Right?
Yeah, she's in him.
well, this one,
She lives
an odd
free in his
direction.
head. She lives
Yeah.
rent free in his head. Yeah.
No, but getting back to the Xcast, you know, Paris asked about classic Halo maps coming to Halo Infinite, and Joseph said, "That's a good idea, Paris," while stroking his chin, and then said, "All kidding aside, I can talk about some things, but I can't talk about others. There are some great Halo maps. I think we all have our personal favorite: Guardian, Blood Gulch, The Pit. There are a lot of maps that are awesome, right? I think it'd be awesome to play on those maps again. Don't you guys? That sounds like a fun thing."
People
I
like
think
Guardian.
it would be really good for
Is
for
Guardian the Halo 3 one with the grav lift and the big center disc? Is that Guardian in the hall, the blue hallway and the hammer underneath?
Halo 3?
Yeah,
I believe it
Is
is.
that-
Yeah.
Nobody likes that one. Does anybody like that one?
I mean, it wasn't like it wouldn't have been. It definitely would have been the first map out of my mouth, but I didn't like dislike it.
hang 'em high.
We're trying to be positive. We're trying to be positive.
Lockout, like
Yeah.
you know, Lockout is up there.
Hey, just put boarding action in. Let's have some fun with the memes. Rat race.
You don't like Guardian and you want boarding action. Like
Just release a.
I just want it for the memes because that's funny.
Just release a classic map a month.
Boarding
Yeah.
action wouldn't be that hard to make. Honestly, it's just teleporters and two ships facing each other.
When Forge comes out, we'll get a ton of these maps. All right.
Oh, yeah,
when
we
Forge
will.
comes out, we'll get a ton of these maps.
this is a problem for me.
Mm-hmm.
If this gets the Halo 5, Halo Reach, probably even Halo 4 treatment, where the community has to
Has to
make
do
these maps that end up looking like crap, and they're like this to me is not an acceptable response. Like
Because it depends on what the tool set looks like in Forge.
for sure, yeah, for sure, but again, like let 343 put these maps that are easy to copy and paste. I'm joking, but that they've
Assets are there.
Don't even
It's a
upres
new,
it.
it's a new engine. That's the problem is Halo Infinite's a new engine compared to everything else. That is the
Don't
problem.
even no. Just port the old maps. Like don't even upres it. Just put
Save as export.
it's already in Master
Save
Chief
as.
Collection. Just put it over.
right. We know how to do these things. We have microphones and a podcast. Okay.
It's
This is how-
.mtc right now. I just need
This-
.infinite. It's easy.
Yeah. It's just change the.
Just
No,
change
but
it
I mean,
from JPEG to
it's a PNG.
yeah.
Yeah. No, I mean, like joking aside, though, I would much rather see the community unleashed on doing their own unique maps. That maybe those get featured in a play in a in its own playlist. But like, not only do I want to see 343 put out like a Blood Gulch, I want it to look like it's been like falling apart over
Halo
the years.
Zetafied.
Well, either that or like make it look like it's an old relic, like make it look like it's aged over 20 years. I mean, a lot of us play Mario Kart. We've seen what the Super Nintendo maps or the tracks look like. They look like they're all fallen apart and they've been
the ones on Mario Kart 8.
I wouldn't even care
Yeah.
if if they took the Titanfall 2 approach of what did Johnny say?
The remastered ones in the pack are terrible. Don't do that.
Yes, don't do that. But I wouldn't even care if they took the Titanfall 2 approach with I forget what the name of the map is, but it's like a battle simulation. You go into a battle pod and it becomes a battle simulation, and it's the one map that it is, I forget what it's called, but it's a mesh of like 2 or 3 different classic Titanfall maps that they put in Titanfall 2, and they're kind of meshed together.
People don't know what Titanfall maps are. Nobody played that game.
People should play Titanfall. Titanfall's amazing. It's better than
Titanfall
Apex.
2.
I'll put it out there. That's my hot take. Titanfall 2 is better than Apex.
You get it for almost the same amount.
You can get it for like $5 on Steam right now.
Yeah,
Guys,
see, lady
what
lady
we
knows
need?
what's up. Lady says just pull a Nintendo port power. There you go.
Yeah.
Right?
Easy.
You know what we need? BR. That's what it needs.
Need a BR.
That's what it needs.
I think
man.
that's what they're going to show in June. There's no doubt in my mind.
So I mean, is last Spartan standing? Is that baby mode for test
So.
for testing a lot of
it's a
it?
tech demo. I think it's a tech demo.
I hope it's not like that. Honestly, I hope it's a really big map, and I don't know. I hope it's. Not
I hope
like
you have
last
to
Spartan
loot
standing.
a little bit, like going and finding a
Mhm.
different weapon, because the engagements are stale because everyone has about the same thing at about the same time.
Yep.
The one reason I don't think it is actually because I think 343 did last Spartan standing, right? And the rumor is about the BRs by
Certain affinity.
a certain affinity, yeah. So we could be getting a battle bust.
A battle bus. Oh my gosh.
Put in the tanks. Oh, dude, if you had a BR, think about if you had a BR with like choppers and other stuff in it. That would be kind of cool, man. Like we had some like vehicles like all over the map as well.
Yeah,
Random
bring-
scarab walking through the map that you could board.
Yeah. I mean,
bring
there's a
the
lot of
Ford
really cool ways you could
F-150
do it.
from the show. Like
AK-47
AKs?
somewhere
No,
out
it's
there.
a Chevy Tahoe, Josh. Chevy Tahoe.
I don't know who paid for that
I
place.
think we all drop in as Master Cheeks, and then that's when you get your armor. You gotta find
You
your
gotta
armor.
run around and find your armor. Oh my gosh. Yes.
I think it
I'm
would be
here for
really cool though, man. Like you had like the BR where you loot, and if you don't loot, you have a really cool ground pound or something like that you can do for melee. Like there's so many things you could do that just make it spicy, you know?
So I feel like you weren't on board with the BR before.
Me?
Yeah.
Look what shirt I'm wearing, bro. I got my Octane Apex BR shirt on. I'm totally good with the BR.
I think a lot of
want
people
them
that
to do
were-
it right.
I think a lot of people that were on the Halo doesn't need a BR completely flipped because of the state of Infinite right now.
Yeah, I mean, there's no content, so it needs something. You know, I'm probably gonna get killed for saying there's no content. There's just not. I should say there's very little content. I should say that.
King of the Hill is fun. Have you guys played much King of the Hill?
Yeah, that's super
Are there
fun.
challenges
I think
for
King of
it?
the
Yes, there was. You
Kind
can
of.
swap them though.
Then no.
But yeah, King of the Hill is awesome, dude. It's like super like high speed. Like it's really fun.
the one downside I think I've seen is it doesn't vary you can learn, you can be ready to move into the next hill right away because they don't vary how they move. From what I've seen so far, I don't think they vary how they move.
It was pretty chaotic when I played it. Like it seemed like a good time.
Mhm.
I played a little bit last night just to make sure I got some time in before we were talking today. But
Hey, you're more prepared for this than you are for the Nintendo show.
I'm sorry.
Why can't-
Okay. I'm sorry. I'll try harder.
Mhm.
Yeah, but I mean, but even then, like, let's talk about the. Well, we got 3 total maps, or is it just 2? I can't even remember.
2.
2.
Yeah.
The new quick play, all the other small arena map, that is the most Halo feeling map that I have played in this game. Like
Okay.
it is classic Halo because it's multi-leveled. It's symmetrical. There's I haven't played CTF on it, but I've been seeing the clips of people with you can do a Tarzan rope across the outside of the map all the way to the other base if you wanted to, and it feels like they really designed it to be classic Halo, and it's fun.
I'm going to push back on it a little bit because yes, classic Halo 5, but not. I'm so ready for our asymmetrical maps and vehicles. You know, like
I feel like nobody should ever put classic and Halo 5 in the same sentence.
Why?
I completely agree. And
It's not
that's
classic.
why I was being more facetious than anything else because it feels like a competitive map, right? I'm ready for Zanzibar. I'm ready for
Guardian.
those. What?
No, nobody wants Guardian.
Guardian? I mean, I, I'm ready to start on the beach, jump in our vehicles, and try to get into the
Yeah,
base. Like,
I've also heard a call for high. Was it High Ground? Is that the Halo 3 one
yes, where you start on the
with
beach and go up.
the
That
base up at the top of the hill?
the one we all played when we bought Crackdown.
Yeah.
Yes, that's
Yeah, there were 2 maps in that. There was the snow map and the
yeah,
high ground map. That was it.
Snowbound and High Ground. Yes, yeah, and I'm just so ready for that. That's where Halo shines right now. It's either in Halo 5 had the same problem. It was either sweat or big team, and and you know, and I know we've all had our issues with like with Behemoth, right? But
Yeah,
like
the one map with vehicles.
that's the closest to like the what I like to consider like the weekend warrior style Halo. Like those of us that were up playing until the middle of the night every night and going to work and then, you know, jumping on the weekends and stuff, like not trying to go pro. And I feel like even this new map, it's designed for competitive. Like it's okay, don't get me wrong, but like I feel like if they're going to give us classic maps, start with those asymmetrical ones. That's the biggest gap. Like let's show the younger generation what made Halo so great, because we have not had that for like 5 games, or not 5 games, but for like 4 games, right? Or 3 games. Because Reach was kind of there, but it didn't really. I don't remember doing a lot of the asymmetrical with vehicles.
Yeah,
4 definitely not.
Because like Halo CE, like they could do. I can think of like 5 great maps right off the top of my head, like Hang 'em High, Prisoner, Damnation, Blood Gulch, and
Beaver Creek.
Beaver Creek. Yeah, like 5 maps right there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and in Halo 2, I mean, you had like, what was it? I can't remember. There's 2 of them that are like outside, like is it?
Elongation was that the big one with the construction tower?
There was one where you had to like start at the beach and the flag was up above you, but you had to go to the backside of that base to come back up the top and then grab it, and then you could jump down and it was always such a fight, and it was really fun. And then the other one where everybody would super jump, it was just like all in
Lockout.
the sand. No,
Well,
well,
there's Lockout, but then there's also It's had like 3 different names because it's been in so many of the different Halos.
Right.
But the one with the middle dish and the is that the one you're talking about?
No, but I mean, even some
I
of those
forget what that
classic
one's
Halo,
called.
like even there's the Halo 3 map that's not it's not asymmetrical, but it's 2 bases on either side, and there's just a rockets in the middle.
Guardian?
And it was not Guardian. Jesus. Yeah, no, but I mean, again, like that's what I don't. That's what I feel like is I know 343 has that professional, like they've got pros on staff, right? And it's very apparent. Like hire some of us weekend warriors to come like do some consulting or something where it's like we want to get back to the glory days of this game. Like the competitive is great, and if
It's fun to watch, but it's not as fun to play for the weekend warrior, like you said.
No, because I mean, we'll endure it. We'll keep going. We'll keep, we'll keep sweating. But I mean, guaranteed we all have friends who are like, yo, I could drive the Warthog, but my gun game sucks. And it's like, well, I don't want to take you into Slayer. You know what I mean? Like, but if Quick Play had more of those like objective asymmetrical maps, like it gives somebody the option to be a part of the team and have
that'll
a good time.
that'll get us neutral bomb back too. Like attack and defend neutral bomb or offense defense bomb.
Yeah, it was assault, and then neutral
assault.
bomb was also fun, where you had to go and fight for the bomb, and that would be great on that new map that just came out, right? Like that. There's nothing wrong with that, but we have to we have to break out of this. Like they have to break out of the Halo 5 mold and the Halo 4 mold, where it was just like you either sweat or you play this weird casual mode like Warzone, or or you're only
Breakout
in big team battle.
Breakout was fun in Halo 5, but then that died pretty quick.
It died so fast. Yeah. But even that, like, I would love to see like the weekend event, like Trials of Osiris, where it was like, 3v3, maybe.
And isn't that supposed to be coming? Isn't there supposed to be a mode like that coming? Whatever's locked behind that achievement.
Maybe that's what it is. I don't know.
I think that's what it, I think that's what it is. That achievement. That achievement is just there.
Is a joke, just to annoy you.
Yeah. So that's that. I think as we talked about at the beginning, like if this was us talking directly to 343, like get those classic maps going, or create some maps that are like it, that feel like Halo again. Remember even playing like Turf, right? And it was like super close quarters, but you could get a mongoose, or maybe it was a warthog. I don't think they had mongoose, and it was they had a warthog. I don't think mongoose were in Halo 2, right? So
those were Halo 3, I think.
Yeah. So and you could barely get around the streets, but like there are the most memorable moments, and this will be a great question for you guys. Think back to your most memorable Halo moments. And for me, it's always going to be capture the flag, or it might, I mean, Slayer's great, right? Don't get me wrong. But like when the rush that you get from getting into the base, pulling the flag, getting into the Warthog while you're getting shot, but you get out and you get to your base and you score. That's peak Halo right there. That doesn't get any better to me. I don't know where you guys stand,
Beaver Creek. Like if you had a well-oiled team, grab it in the base, throw it on the roof. Somebody jumps down, teleports, throws it up to somebody else on the roof, and they jump in. Like if you could do a relay style flag capture like that, it was over super fast.
How about you, Mule? What were some of your
I mean, for me, it was always Slayer and doubles. Like that's the thing I had the most fun with ever, was back Halo 3 days where you had that competitive doubles, and it was just super fun, man. It was fun. Like that was so fun because even if your teammate died, you still felt like you had a little bit of a chance because in most cases in Halo 3, you could still 2v1.
You hero clutch it, and then you
yeah.
felt like a badass. Yeah,
Exactly. So for me, it was always those moments of like, dude, they got you, but I pulled us through, bro. Like, but I mean, for me, that was it. There was obviously like capture the flag. Capture the flag is always fun. Like, I don't think there's anybody that hates capture the flag. It's just fun. But I mean, for me, that was it. And like, we just hadn't had that since Halo 3. So the only thing I've really had is Slayer and SWAT, So
and they've ruined SWAT.
It's Tactical Slayer.
They've ruined SWAT.
Say the right name.
Bring back classic SWAT.
Without all the other guns, is that what you're getting at?
Yeah,
for sure. Johnny, any like bring these moments back?
I remember Halo 3 was like my first experience with like Xbox 360, and I played it in college. We would always do split screen Slayer. And it was just a blast having somebody like sit right next to you. I don't think you can't go split screen in this game, can you? Online?
I don't think you've been able to do that for quite a while in a lot of games.
Well, I remember doing that. It was super fun. And playing as the elite. Bring that back. Even though I don't have any friends to play with. But bring that back. But the map that I remember the most is that snow one with the two bases. I don't
Sidewinder.
What that's Sidewinder.
Wait, Halo 1 or Halo 3?
Halo 3.
Snowbound.
Oh, Halo 3. Snowbound.
That is
Sidewinder.
That's probably my favorite map of all time. Of that map. Because you go under the tunnels and
Did you play the Crackdown demo?
Oh yeah. I mean
okay.
I bought Crackdown because
I got enough of that map playing Crackdown.
Yeah, I played the beta because I bought Crackdown. Crackdown's a great game.
Crackdown was a great game, but people wouldn't have bought it unless it had the Halo 3
I know.
demo in it.
So that's a Halo memory for me because I bought Crackdown. But I think, you could play as elites back then. Like,
that was a strat, so you couldn't get shot in the head.
I remember trying to get the Hayabusa armor. Like, I've always been one to want to flash my customization, That's what I need more of that. Bring back the Hayabusa armor.
You can get stuck on the top of the katana though. They can stick you with a sticky grenade. It's a hitbox.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I don't. My memories must be like worse than you guys. I'm like the youngest one.
It was college, Johnny. We know what goes on.
It was college. And I remember.
And now you count things for a living. So yeah, go see Johnny for your taxes.
Yeah, this is probably a really good way to promote my
It is a good way to promote your OnlyFans if you want. Go ahead.
Yeah, so if you want to see something that I'll forget.
Yeah, so do not even read Nate's comment he
spelled it wrong. It's 10 rye.
Don't bring that back, please. No.
We only played it 6 times. Like,
whatever event is going on last week and this week is going to be that, right? They're going to add more to the.
No, there's another fractured.
Is it another? Okay.
Yeah.
I got my night vision goggles or whatever they are.
The new fracture core looks really cool. It looks like the Doom guy or like a Fallout character or something.
The Lone Wolf core is really cool. I want to be able to decorate it how I want to.
I also don't want to wait 6. I don't want to have to do it 6 different times.
Oh yeah,
I think
just
that's
let me
their
max it out once.
Core problem.
Wow, dad
with
joke.
That's
it.
Yeah. No, we're in this for the long haul. We're Halo fans. Some of us from the very beginning. Johnny with Halo 3. Like we're not going anywhere. We're gonna keep playing this game. We're gonna keep talking about it. We're gonna keep giving feedback. Because like Who knows? There's not a whole lot of Halo podcasts out there, so
And who knows what happens in June? Like what we talked about.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
I mean,
I'm
honestly,
here
if
for
they
the VR.
give me more content, I'll be in Halo all the time, man. I love the gameplay. The gameplay feels great.
It's kind of interesting. Like the BRs, they have one map. Their map like never changes.
Mm-hmm.
But now we're talking about we want more maps for Halo. Like
the difference is because in BRs with a large one map is because every game can be completely different. Like you can have different tactics. You
choose where you start. You
Like
choose what you can mix up what you find. And here it's a set progression on the weapons. The game chooses for you where you're going to go focus. And the game almost determines if you need to hang back for a second or you go aggressive. Because if you spawn in between the middle point and the end point of the map, then you're a prime target for third party. So you hang back and you try to become the third party. Versus if you spawn on the end cap or the middle and you can push towards one of the two places, then you're the hunter. But it's also just it's a cat and mouse game, and it is not getting caught out in the open. I feel like Fortnite and Apex and Warzone, it's a little more forgiving, I guess, if you're out in the open. Halo, unless you have an overshield in your pocket, like, and even that, if you try like the activation time on that, if you're already getting hit, sometimes you can't get it off. So but if I round the corner and I see somebody with overshield, I just turn around and try to get as far away as I can, because it's something you can't win. It makes them kind of you're going to sacrifice your life for somebody else to get possibly a kill. And so, I mean, I think overshield maybe needs to be tweaked just a little bit, or spawn rate of them needs to be turned down just a little bit. Some of those cloak people scare the crap out of me because they just pop out of nowhere.
Like predators. I mean, if we have a BR on Zeta Halo, like I won't stop playing Halo at that point. If we start with, if you get to choose your loadout as far as like what power up you want, like, or if we can grapple everywhere, something similar to single player.
Mm-hmm.
And there's 100 Spartans on that giant map, like with vehicles,
or even 60 if they can't go full.
We saw the mod, the third person, like, you know, that would be amazing.
Well, and the cinematics that they have kind of throughout the battle pass this season, like, are setting up lore for what could be the BR, because you go into a simulation firefight with other Spartans at the training facility to trick the AI into trying to be distracted so they could extract it out of that lone wolf Spartan. I forget what his name was, but like, they had you playing war games, quote unquote. Like, so make the BR a war game, have it based out of whatever planet you're on where the Spartan Academy is, or have it be, it doesn't have to be Zeta Halo at this point. They've established something that they can put you into a simulation somewhere else, or have it be war games or whatever. So they could have it, that way they could have the map change like it does in Fortnite, or they could have it set up to be two different, because doesn't Apex have Kings Canyon and something else?
Rotates, yeah.
Yeah, so you can have different maps for different days or whatever, and they can have different things. Take the best of all the different ones that have come before them, and tweak your challenge system, because it sucks.
Yeah, we're just going to have to be patient. At the end of the day, that's what we're just going to have to be patient with this one, and we'll take what we can get, and move forward. We got the community game night next week. Those are always a great time. Like, always a great time. It's nothing but laughs. Like, if you need to, if you're listening to this and you haven't been enjoying the game, come play with us. Jump into voice chat and try not to laugh. That's literally the game. You just try. We just
make fun of Josh the whole time. That's
pretty much. and then I talk about Crawler's mom, and we all get.
It jumped up a notch.
It did. Yeah, it did. It did. So, yeah, jump in the Discord, you guys. Thank you guys for hanging out with us live. If you're here live, we do this every Thursday at 7:30 Pacific, 10:30 Eastern. And that's going to do it.
Josh might upload this episode.
Yeah, maybe within a month. Within a month, you'll probably hear this.
Son of a...
Please call us at your earliest convenience.
Now, show me what you can do.